Okay, so what we've got here is we've got a cattle pasture that the cows have just been taken off of. So we've got a really good trail coming right down through here that goes up to a pond. And then we've got it coming back up this way, and we got a split trail that comes right up here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a dirt hole, I'm gonna put it right here in the middle of both trails, and then I'm gonna double set it and put a trap on both sides of each trail. And hopefully that way, if anything walks the trails, which I don't have good tracks right now, but that's because the cattle have just left. We're gonna get some snow tomorrow, and that's gonna tell us a whole lot more about what we have going on. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you how to make the trap beds and get that dirt hole set. And I'm gonna get to work, and I'll try and explain everything that I do the best that I can for you. And what I'm doing is I'm making a real nice big flashy dirt hole right there at the intersection of both trails. And I want it really nice and deep. I want the dirt hole to be really hard to get to the bottom of. And then I'll take my drive bar for my super stakes. I'll drive it down in there even further. Make it really deep. I mean, you're talking a good 18 inches, 20 inches of a hole. Come through here. I'm gonna scratch out my two trap beds. I just use a cheap tool from Lowe's, Harbor Freight, wherever. Make a nice level spot for your trap to sit in. You can see they're both going to be basically in the middle of the trail on either side of that dirt hole. I'm going to make a hole in the middle of the bed. This is where the chain and the anchor will go. Super stake with a pull out, and you got about another 18 inches to the first swivel. And you just drive it in. And I'll drive it down to where my swivel is just above the ground. So my first swivel, here's my second swivel. So your first swivel's just above the ground. Your second swivel's right underneath the trap. That way it keeps them from binding up. Give this a pull. Set your earth anchor. Your chain can then go down in the hole. I'm gonna set both my dogs right here, the dog to the back of the hole. It'll be the same on this side. look good. All right, take a little peat moss, sprinkle it in there. We've got some pretty bad weather coming. So to keep this from freezing up, I'm just gonna take a little ice melt and sprinkle it around in there. And that really helps keep the ground from freezing underneath your trap, especially with the weather that we're gonna be getting here in Missouri. I know a lot of guys said they weren't trapping this weekend, but I'm out. Sure it's gonna set good. Again, always work the trap from this side with the jaws up, that way you don't catch yourself. I've got night latches on these MB 550s, so we just go ahead and set it to the night latch. Just like that. Bed it really good and tight so it doesn't wobble. If you got any play in it, when they step on it and they feel that trap move, they're gonna either dig it up or ignore it. Okay, you can see how I've got my trap placed at an angle, and I do that on purpose so that as they're coming through, I'll kind of block off this side of the trail a little bit, and that way they're going to be drawn into this bait here, and there's going to be an identical trap set just the same way on this other side. So they'll have to walk through and come through and get right to that middle of that hole to get to the bait. So next thing I'll do is I'll have my pan cover. I like to take them and bend them up. Oh, nice. Fit in there. Just like so. And I'm going to take my wax dirt. I'm just going to go right over the top of it with my wax dirt. Fill all that in. I'm just going to smooth it out. Come right down to where you find the pan and the screen. I'll add just a little bit more. Just like that. And then again, I'll do the exact same thing on the other side of the trail. And so I'll go ahead and get this one set, and then I'll come back and we'll do part 2, and I'll show you how I bait it. And then I'll go ahead and show you how we do the backing as well to add a little bit more of an attractant to it. So if you watch this one, watch the second one, and that'll show you the rest of the way to finish out this double set dirt hole on a split trail. All right, guys, thanks a lot. I'll be back, and we'll show you how to bait this thing up.